The details for the Morgan Le Fay Scourge event was live in Marvel Strike Force, but then it went away. But it is now back. What has changed? Is this now better? Also, we got some new web milestone rewards over on the web store. Are these just as good as these 4-year anniversary milestones that just ended? We're gonna go over what you need to do to complete all of the milestones, and tower mode is back. Is it better or worse or the same as the last iteration? We're talking about that and the rest of all of your questions from the mailbag, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, it is Monday, so you know what to do. Find that like button and let's go smash it.
ValleyFlyin.
Valley Maniacs, what is up? I hope you had a great weekend. It is Monday. It is time to go deep into the mailbag over on Discord to answer all of your questions. But we got some new things that just happened over this past weekend. We got the preview for the Morgan Le Fay Scourge event that went live this past weekend. It went away, but now it is back. We're going to talk about some of the changes. Also, we got a new milestones over on the web store. They are looking pretty good, and it doesn't look like there's a lot of extra grinding that we need to do. Just do our daily routine. So we're going to talk about that, what you need to do to complete it, and at tower mode, and all of your questions from the mailbag. But before we get into that, yes, Morgan Le Fay. Let's talk about her event. Boom. So this was in the game yesterday. It went away, but now it is back, and we got some new rewards. And I got to say, these new ranking rewards look a lot better. What happened, though? Well, I guess even the devs were not happy with how minimal the rewards were. As we continue with the internal testing of the first Scourge event, we want to ensure that the rewards properly reflect the degree of the challenge. Today, we'll be updating the rank rewards to include more character shards of Morgan Le Fay, more gear pieces for Milestone Rewards than what was displayed in the event preview that went live on Sunday, April 10th, which was yesterday. There will be some refactoring of the rank thresholds, but all ranks will get more character shards for the first run. Updating rewards will require the removal of the event preview for approximately 5 to 10 minutes, but it will promptly be reactivated, and it is already reactivated in game. So we started to look at some of these rewards. They are a lot better. So rank 1 through 50, getting that 5 red star Morgan Le Fay, 50 players are going to get that without any RNG. Apparently, it's still going to be available in that Pestilence event orb or the Scourge orb or whatever they're going to call it. But if you don't get lucky with it and you are grinding and have a large roster and have a lot of Dark Hunters or Web Warriors, get some high scores with all these Scourges, pretty good rewards. Now, this 4 red star was very limited before they made these changes. Now it's in this top 500, the top 750, all the way going down to everyone in the top 6%. Everyone in the top 6% of this event will get at least bare minimum 4-star Morgan Le Fay through these ranking rewards. And I am not sure what these are right now. I'm assuming this is an orb. You get 15 of these orbs and you get 7 of these, or the orbs will contain 15 shards of Morgan Le Fay. And with as high ranking rewards, you'll get 20. You get 20 here, you get 17 here, and so on and so on. So I think this is possibly an exclusive orb, or this is just shards that they're giving out. But it's not 100% clear what this is, but got a lot better. Now, as far as the milestone rewards, as far as I could tell, and I didn't go into too much detail yesterday, as far as I can tell, these look unchanged. If they were upped a little bit, it seems minimal, but if they were upped, it's good. It's good. And more shards, more rewards, all better. But the significant thing, very, very good. These 4-star minimums for a lot of players outside of the top 1%, getting all the way to top 6% gets this. Very, very good. Much better. Let me know what your thoughts are, and let me know what you plan to do. As you may or may not know, the event right now is available on the test server, and Envoys are testing this. One thing that they did not want us discussing is these rewards, and apparently even these got changed. They may or may not get changed multiple times or another time before the event goes live, but as of right now, as of me recording this, the event should be going live in 2 days. in 3 hours from now. But that is not all that we have going on. In addition to preparing for this Pestilence event, we also have some new Milestone Rewards over on the web store. This one's called the Monsters in the Web. And very, very easy, guys. Battle in raids to earn various Milestone Rewards, score even more points using Web Warriors in the raid. So this is the scoring here. You're gonna get a score by just winning raid battles. You're getting that, or using a Web Warrior, you're scoring a little more points, or collecting web UPCs, which you get by making purchases on the web store. But just with these raid battles, you're getting 50 points each raid battle, all the way down. And there are some pretty good rewards here. You're getting some armory, 16 pieces. You're getting some teal catalysts here, which are good. You're getting some T4s. But I think the big thing here is these Armory 16s, especially for players that are trying to get into Dark Dimension 5. Now, the good thing here, 6,000 points to get the total of this. If we go to the score here, that is 50 points per battle, which means you need 120 battles over the course of 10 days. That is 12 battles per day. That is 6 battles in your Doom or Ultimus or whatever you're in, and 6 battles in the Greeks just to maintain all this. Now, to complete these raids, you're probably going to have to do more battles than that, but just to complete these rewards, you're going to get those six battles on each, 12 battles per day. Not a lot of grinding that we have to do. So, in my opinion, this is awesome. This is just basic free stuff in your game. Now, if you don't have your account linked to the web store yet, I do have some people still asking questions about this. You go to your advanced options and you go get this access code. It is a limited time code, so you're gonna have to enter it quickly into web store. You're gonna go to the account, you're gonna get this access code. It's gonna link to your account, but you need to enter this access code quickly. Now, I do hear that there is a bug with this latest update that dropped. Some people on the iOS store are not able to get access to the web store. What I would recommend doing, go down here, sign into your account on Facebook, link it to Facebook, go into BlueStacks, and if you want to get BlueStacks, there is a link down below. It supports the channel. It's totally free for you. You could install BlueStacks on your computer, link your account to Facebook, and if you're having problems linking the iOS store to the web store and you still want to get these milestone rewards, do it on BlueStacks, because I'm hearing there are some issues with the iOS store and the web store there. So that is it. If you're having issues, you can do that. But I do want to talk about this new tower mode that came back. And I got to say, got a little frustrating with this mode this morning because some of the teams that I have simming shouldn't have lost. And some of the teams that I brought in, I felt should have won, but forgot about some of the reworks and stuff like that. So for me, I'm shooting probably around floor 60, floor 70 or so. It's probably in the 60s or 70s where I'm going to end up. There's some pretty big teams here. I don't have a lot of teams that could counter these 1 million point teams. So that's probably where I'm going to end up. Let me know what you're planning to do. And I got to say, I'm very, very disappointed that they promised us that we would be able to filter our characters out in the last update of Avengers Tower for the characters that were used. We wouldn't be able to select them, but as you may or may not know, we can still select all of these characters here. There are no filters. Obviously, Doom is on cooldown, Surfer's on cooldown, but they're still available here. Hopefully, we'll get this very, very soon because it was supposed to be in the 2nd iteration of Avengers Tower. We're now in the 3rd iteration. They did say in the roadmap that it would be working correctly later this year, but yeah, not working correctly so far. Hopefully that is very, very annoying part of Tower. Other than that, I think it's a great mode, even though it gets frustrating sometimes. I do like that. But yeah, make it work correctly, make it sort our rosters correctly, filter our characters correctly so we can have ease of finding or making our teams. But without further ado, let's go talk about your questions from the mailbag. There's not a lot of them this week, guys. So if you want to get your question potentially featured, you have some questions about Marvel Strike Force, make sure you are a member of the Discord server. The link is down below, and then go to this channel, the Mailbag question server. All right, so I think this is one from last week. What's going on with the latest blog? How long are we supposed to be holding on to our orange gear orbs to able to do that, to rework? So this is a question from last week. I believe I got to this one, but in case I didn't, this is what happened here. So Ultra Store orbs, Elite War orbs, these all got changed last week. So that was good. The mini unique availability, that got changed. But as specifically about these orbs, got changed. So it is live in the game right now. All right, so I believe I answered that one, but just in case I didn't, I did want to go back to that. But now, Do you think since Shadowland is not being able to counter Marauders anymore, that they'll be put on a bench? Or do you think there's other teams that'll counter? All right, so there's definitely other teams that can counter. The Dad Bros still work very, very good. But as far as Shadowlands, they're not totally useless. I don't know if they need to go on a total bench because they still can counter a lot of war teams. They can counter the Mercs. If you still see Mercs, I think people are still placing the Mercs on defense. And if you have a Shadowlands laying around, maybe you're using X Factor for someone. Maybe you're breaking them up to get that cable paired with your Eternals. You could still use the Shadowland team to beat these Mercs. Even the Mercs with Doom, because of that early ability block from White Tiger, you could still use that team. New Warriors, if you see a New Warriors that doesn't have the Eternals, well, Shadowlands could beat them. If you see Uncanny X-Men on defense, Shadowlands could beat them. They still sort of can counter the Marauders. Yeah, the Marauders reworks kind of sucks. It's great for players that want to buy the things. And just to let you know, the devs did not initially intend to rework all the Marauders, but they did. They were convinced by certain envoys. But yeah, the Marauders, they could still beat the Marauders, but you gotta go a small Marauders. Maybe not able to punch up as much, but I'm still are able to beat them. But yeah, not to punch up. An older team, they could still beat an older team if you see this on war defense, but the Coulson Surfer Inhumans team, they can beat them. It's not a very popular team anymore, but if you see them, Shadowlands can beat them. A small Young Avengers without all the T4s in there, it's tricky, but yeah, if you're punching down a lot and maybe the person doesn't have all the T4s, they don't have other Young Avengers built, Shadowlands, they can still do some work, but you got to go for a small Shadowlands, but it still has some value. Definitely lost a lot of value, and the timing of their losing of value is just very strange. As the Moon Knight series starts on Disney Plus, the Shadowland and Moon Knight's value in Marvel Strike Force goes down significantly because they had Marauders rework. So very, very disappointing. But moving on. All right, so it looks like there was a big question here about some chat support that got deleted, but there's a lot of follow-up. So I'm going to read the follow-up, and hopefully in some of these follow-up questions can provide some information to you when you guys are dealing with support. But the initial question looks like it did get deleted. Did you provide more info when they asked? And yes, what happens is I submit my ticket, they close it out. Then a week passes, they send me an email saying if I don't provide more info, they will close it out, which I do, and nothing happens. It has happened 5 tickets in a row. And that being said, the credits are back. This is why the message was deleted. But this person says, Mr. Jamie, next time don't provide emails in the conversation. Stay in the support chat. Yeah, so I don't provide any emails. I don't provide any emails when I'm dealing with support. And usually I message them for very minor things in the game, like when I'm doing a war attack and my game crashes, I'm like, hey, give me the stuff, give me my energy back so I could do that attack again, or a raid battle or something like that. So I reach out to them, very simple things, and yeah, I don't provide an email with all that. All right, that is a good suggestion. Yeah, so I think it is a good suggestion. So you're not dealing with 2 chats, one in email, one in the game. I'd prefer to keep it just in the game. The surprise level that Scopely, the service team at Scopely is a bug. Well, not necessarily a bug, but just very inefficient way of doing things. All right, so now I guess this is not a question, but it looks like the issue with support is still going on. So there's an issue that's persisting. Every time I put a support ticket in, I provide them what I know, and they essentially close it out. Then I get a response a week or 2 later saying Scopely hasn't heard back from me since their last messages, which I haven't received. And if they don't hear from me, then they'll close out my ticket. I reply with more info, and to hear nothing when the ticket ends. So I'm curious if you're still using that email system. I hope the email not providing that solves this problem. I reply with more info, I hear nothing, the ticket says ends. This happened for months, and it just happened again, regardless if someone contacts me by email or not. It's rendered me help. It has rendered me help useless for me. And I have multiple examples of this, but I don't know what to do. If it is a simple thing, I would keep reaching out to them. You know, honestly, sometimes I've gotten good customer service that provides me with exactly what I've lost. Sometimes they don't. Other times it's a really good customer service person, and they don't just give me what I lost from that battle. They give me a little extra for my troubles that I had to go through. So if you're not getting a good customer service person, hopefully they close out the ticket quickly. Hopefully you save your responses so you could just cut and paste them and just blast them with that stuff. But yeah, hopefully you get a good one. They close it out quickly and you could reply with a new one and maybe you get a better customer service. It's very hit and miss, my experience with the customer service. But like I said, normally I'm asking about very minor things, just some energy that I've lost for a crash or something like that. So usually my experience with customer service has been good. For more serious issues, I reach out to Cerebro or Lori and see if the rest of the community's experiences the same things. And usually they are, because it's a very persistent bug. But I hope that helps. I know there's not a specific question, but I know customer service is very, very hit and miss. Hopefully everybody that's providing emails stop doing that, so there's only one way that they can reach you. But yeah, it's just kind of hit and miss, brother. Hopefully next time you get a good customer service person that could actually help you with your with whatever needs that you need fulfilled in the game with their crashing or bugs or whatever they're not doing. All right, hey Valley, when will Strike Force remove that little updates that shows all the alliance mates who's upgraded, who to a specific level or ISO? It's annoying, and I've had many complaints from people that just want to play the game and level their favorite character, regardless of being meta or not. Yeah, so ultimately, at the end of the day, yeah, to play this game the most effectively, to get as far in the game as possible, you want to build up the meta characters. But, you know, at the end of the day, this is a game. So if you want to build up a character and you know they're not meta, but you want to build them up anyway, that should be fine. That should be totally fine, because it's a game at the end of the day, right? So yeah, say you want to build up your Ravager Boomer. You just like that character because he looks like Ben Kingsley, or he looks a little like Taserface, and you're upset Taserface is not in the game. Build up your Ravager Bruiser. He's not gonna do a lot in the game, but that makes the game fun for you. Do it. All right. I can see that point because the game basically shames you for not doing what they ask you to. Hey, this is what I do, brother. I turn the Alliance chat off and I turn the global chat off. That's it. That's it. I tell my Alliance mates to reach me in Discord, tag me in Discord if you want to reach me. Turn it off. I don't see any of that stuff. And I basically turned it off a long, long time ago, because once in a while, people's chat would be popping up in videos. I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to leave it off permanently because I don't want stuff accidentally going on in videos. And I don't see any of that stuff. So maybe that'll help. People can still see when you do stuff and might still shame you, even though it's a freaking game. But yeah, you won't see those messages. So yeah, hopefully that helps. And tell you, if your alliance mates are bugging you because you've upgraded a bad character, just say, hey, I know he's bad. This makes the game fun for me. So shut your mouth. All right, ValleyFlyin, greetings. For the second week, we're at another DD5 prep conundrum. All right, it's a simple one. Cloak or dagger for the city lanes, and getting both. Smash much needed mystic gear, as you mentioned last week. Many thanks. Keep up the good advice, Ma. All right, we've gotten our characters into Dark Dimension. We're in Dark Dimension City. Cloak is good, yes. Dagger's probably good, yes. The mystic gear that you're missing potentially in the cosmic sections for your Eternals or some of your other characters, that might be more worth it. But here's what I would advise. Cloak, he takes miasma. Doom, he takes miasma. Adam Warlock takes miasma. And you may or may not want to bring up Deathpool. She takes miasma as well. So just for that alone, if you're dead set on bringing up either Cloak or Dagger, you got the mystic gear set aside. I brought up Cloak. Now I would probably bring up Dagger because of that miasma issue. And then I would use that miasma on Adam Warlock. I did Doom first, so the miasma was there. But yeah, Adam Warlock, I probably would make sure that he's done. Then go back and do Cloak, go back and do Deathpool. And then, yes, Dagger already. All right, a couple more. Valley, do you think we're ever going to give out more raids past the 50 milestone in the high roller milestone? Seems that you should be rewarded more for the crap to give you after more milestone 15. So here's the way I look at it, and I don't mind that it's not that bad. Before the milestones changed, I was trying to spend about 1 million gold a day. Now I don't feel as bad if I go up to 2 million, because there's still some decent high roller rewards there. So I don't think you're supposed to spend more than 4 million a day. I just think that that's going to screw up your previous days. Or not your previous day, your subsequent days, unless you have just like a abundance of gold that you have so much you don't care. I think you should spend about 1 million to 2 million a day. That should be pretty good. And that should, you know, you won't top off the milestones either. So that's another good thing. All right, last but not least, one more question just asked as we're recording this. I feel like they should take another year and maybe even another 2 years. Or I should take year 1 and maybe even year 2 characters out of the Ultimate Orbs. Heck, you know what? I would like, obviously that would be good. Take a lot of the trash characters out of the Ultimate Orb. I'm settling though. I'm settling for even a not as good solution. Just take Ultimates out of the jackpot. Give us a good character in the jackpots. Give us a recent character. Give us an unfarmable character in the jackpot. Take Ultimates out. I would be happy with that. But yeah, anything that they would take out some trash characters, take out minions, take out year 1 characters, take out year 2 characters. Heck, even take out year 3 characters at this point. We're in year 4 right now. They could do that to make it a lot better. I would be happy with this. Would Scopely do that? I don't know. Maybe the year 1 characters they would do. But yeah, that store, the whole overflow store is such trash in this game. Hopefully that is something that is fixed. And that is it though. Let me know what you're doing with this Morgan Le Fay event. Does these new rewards change any planning that you're potentially were doing with some of your other characters, with some of your Dark Hunters or Web Warriors? Yeah, and how does this affect your Darkhold team now that you could potentially get more red stars on Morgan Le Fay? The web milestones look very, very good, very easy. 12 raids per day for some pretty good stuff. And tower mode. Frustrating, but I'm very happy it's back. Let me know your thoughts. And yes, if you want to get your question potentially answered next time, we do this every Monday. Go to the Discord. The link is down below. And I will see you guys back tomorrow. We'll be back every single day this week on the Valley Club in the Morning stream over on Twitch. We got a weekly news update on Thursday, and we got a live stream on Friday for that blog post reaction. So a lot of good stuff coming up. And if you haven't already subscribed, hit that subscribe button, hit that, that notification button, hit that thumbs up. All that good stuff helps the channel, and hopefully it helps you as well. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for sticking around. And thank you for being a member of the Valley Club. Give me that Hulk fist bump before you go. Stay hydrated, stay positive, and I'll see you at the top. Hulk fist bump, ValleyFlyin out. Have a great rest of your day, ladies and gentlemen.